Okay. A very good morning and welcome to Morning Breeze, live on Kwararafa Television. We are broadcasting live from Jalingo, Taraba State. Of course, that program that brings to you leading stories and what is happening out there. I am Fomi Desmond and welcome. Mr. Thomas, it's another good time again here on Kwararafa Television, Morning Breeze. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you too?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, as you know, we've been tracking, looking around to see what is happening, and trust me, it has been a wonderful time here in Taraba State, where a lot of government activities are going on, and most importantly, we want to start with what is happening in Gasso local government, where the Commissioner for Health, Honorable Bondia Gamshia Buma, is there live with other health officers to see that the flag of free medical health services to residents in that area. And this is a government activity that was marked out to see that attention is given to residents or people in those areas, especially those people that don't have access to healthcare. So this is going to go across all the local government. As we've been tracking our tracks, and our attention went directly to what is happening. I think yesterday they were in Gasso local government attending to people there. And for us, is to commend that effort. And for us, is to keep eyes open to see how far they will go. It will not stop at Gasso. We'll be looking at where they'll be going today, where they'll be going tomorrow, and also we'll be seeing how people are being attended to. According to pictures, according to what we saw, a lot of women and men, children came out to have this very important check on themselves, looking at health as one of the things that is very important. So we commend the government, we commend the commissioner, we commend the ministry for taking this bold step. And we are also saying that our eyes will be open to see how far they will go, and we'll also be tracking to see that the people that are being mapped out to meet. Because trust me, there are areas in Taraba State where to assess health is actually a big challenge. And this is coming timely, and we commend the government for that. Mr. Thomas, do you have word to this?
Access to health is one of the key challenges facing Nigerians and the Tarabans as well. Most communities are disconnected from the cities or areas they will easily access health. So this outreach is one step.
That's right.
Towards addressing the health needs of those in hard to reach areas. But I would not want them to stop at just going for an outreach. Health doesn't have timetable, so you don't time when you are going to get ill and when you are not going to get ill.
That's right.
So what other measures would they keep in place so that these people that are far from the city, that are far from the healthcare centers, can consistently access healthcare services? So that is one step. The free aspect of it is also great because the financial burden on people is quite much. So now reaching out to treat people free and even carry out major surgeries is also commendable. But like I said, access to healthcare is important. And you know, Taraba State has this vast landmass, and there are communities that don't have healthcare facilities at all. And in areas where there are communities that have the healthcare facilities, but they are not functional. I understand that the government is working towards revitalizing primary healthcare centers across the 16 local governments. So this is great, but they should speed up. It has been 3 years. They've been saying that they are working to revitalize. They should add up the speed. These areas that they don't have access to health, maybe an outpost be created in that particular area so that at least basic healthcare services will be rendered to them. So that way no one will be disconnected. And let me tell you the danger of people from the outskirts that don't have access to healthcare. What it does, it contributes to the rate of maternal mortality. It contributes to the rate of neonatal death. It also contributes to high level of death, preventable. You know, there are diseases that ordinarily should not kill people. But if the care is not there, they can also kill. So there is that we call it preventable death. So it also contributes to the list of people that are dying from preventable death. So because they don't have access to care. And in an area where the people that are even willing to, the distance is there. So government here should go beyond this outreach. Outreach is temporary. It's just for a moment, just for a while. They should look for a permanent solution, like I said. Create maybe an outpost. Just do something that these people will consistently have access to, what do you call it, to healthcare services. But in the meantime, this step is great. It's one step towards that. So at least these people that are sick in these rural communities can also have some sort of relief at the moment.
Yeah. All right. Let's now look at a quick one here. The Yowican, they're preparing for the Youth Week, and it is important that we give you this information to know all the youth in Taraba State that fall under this organization your weekend. You're to get set for what will be coming up. That's Christian Association of Nigeria, Youth Wing, Jalingo, Jalingo local government area. They will be having their youth week, and it will be starting on the 30th of this month, 30th of this month to 5th of September. You just need to make sure that you prepare yourself and actively participate. A lot of arrangement, a lot of things have been lined up for that program, where a lot of teachings will be coming up. And you know what it is, when youth come together, they always discuss and look at what will be leading in their lives. It's important that we do this. All right, we'll go on a quick break. We'll come back. We'll be looking at what are stories, what is leading on dailies, and we'll be joined virtually by Comrade Amajiri Leona Wilson, who will be joining us virtually to add meaning to what is leading on purpose. We'll take a moment now.
This is Kwararafa Television.
Stay with us. Stay the program Morning Breeze on Kwararafa Television. Now we'll take a look at what is leading on our papers. We'll begin with Nigerian Tribune. Nigerian Tribune. But before we go to the leading story, we'll be joined virtually by Comrade Amajiri Leona Wilson. He is also an analyst that will be speaking sense into what is leading. Comrade, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Edmond.
Yes, yes. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah. So far, we thank God. Nice joining you people this morning to look at our national dailies.
You're welcome. Let's speak to what is leading on Nigerian Tribune, saying article to boycott debate unless Tinubu joins, that's ADC. Then we have a reaction here, challenges presidency to debate on petrol subsidy removal. To you, what do you think is happening out there? Hello, sir, can you hear me? Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes. So talking about 2007 election and the threat by the ADC candidate to boycott debate. You know, in the advanced country in the world, debates are where manifestos of candidates are being presented to people, are where manifestos of political parties are also presented. And it is wrong for any political party candidate to boycott debate of such nation, because this is where people, there is the electorate, want to hear what you have for them. And it is very unfortunate that in Nigeria we don't have ideology in politics. That is why you see people moving from one political party to another. That is why you see people don't take even the debate or coming to speak to people on what they want to do to the people. It's very serious. And I think it is hard time that the government in power, that is the APC government, supposed to come in that debate, because they have a lot of things to answer. They have a lot of questions to answer. So also the opposition, who are also contested alongside, we also have a lot of questions to answer. Because we have to see what you have done as the government in power and what you want to do differently to improve the livelihood of the people. And the people who are coming to contest for newly, as the opposition, also want to clean that seat. What do you want to do also differently? People need to know it. So it's very important everybody contested election to present himself for public scrutiny through this debate. Thank you.
All right. Let me bring you back to the subsidy discussion. Do you think the idea of bringing back the subsidy is good? What are your words towards fuel subsidy?
Nigerians have begun to live with the reality. That is to say, the removal of the subsidy, if it is true, Nigeria have embraced it. So I think bringing back the subsidy will not do any good for the people. But the major issue is this. When the subsidy was removed, the money that we usually pay for subsidy, what is that money used for? That is another where the presidency, the current government need to come to debate and answer to the people. What is happening to the money? Are they giving the money to the state government? Then let's see the money in action in the state. Are they giving the money to the local government? Let's see the local money in action in the local government. Because as far as I'm concerned, for the past 3 years, the local government and my state government have been the way it is in the past 3 years. So we don't know what is happening. And if the state will be the way it is, why the subsidy was there at that time, and we buy fuel at the rate of 87 naira, and now subsidy have been removed. Even in the government pump price, you get fuel at 1,300, 1,280. Then there are a lot of questions people need to answer. But subsidy has gone. If it is true, it has gone. Even though we have a lot of people who are saying, and which is facts as far as I'm concerned, that a lot of money still go down. Then who is using the money? They should come and give account for it. I think it's very important. But if release subsidy has been removed, we don't need to go back and revisit it again, but just improve the livelihood of the people. Because a lot of people is there to view that even Nigerians are not even the major beneficiary of the subsidy. If it is something to go by, so we don't need the subsidy. But the livelihood of the people need to be improved. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me come back to the studio as Mr. Thomas will be looking into something very important. But we'll still be coming back to ask you a few questions around what is leading. Let's take a quick look at what is leading on the Punch newspaper. We have on the Punch newspaper, page 19, it says 19 oil block license to expire this year. We have 2 PPLCs, 7 OPLs affected as tenure date near. We have NUPRC moves extension for some expiring oil concessions. Then expiring schedule cut across onshore, offshore oil license. Now, Mr. Thomas, what do you bring out of this story?
Yeah, the oil blocks, they have license to renew, and this story is saying their license is about to expire this year, most of them, and almost 19th of these oil blocks will lose their license if they have not renewed it. There are 2 ways to this. One of them is If they are unable to renew their license, that means they will be cut off business. And if they do, I don't know how it's going to affect us, because at the moment, Dangote is one of the major oil blocks, and most of them are drillers. These ones, they are those companies that drill crude oil. Though Dangote is more of refining, not exploration. So this one is talking about companies that explore, what do you call it, crude oil from the ground, like extraction. Those companies that extract crude oil from the ground, maybe if they did not meet up with the requirement, it could probably lead to what you shortage in crude oil supply from the NNPC. And secondly, it is going to also lead to maybe cutting down jobs, because people that are working under these people may no longer have the platform to do the job. Thirdly, it is also going to cut down internally generated revenue, because the revenue they are supposed to pay to the country may not be there. However, on the other flip side, if these people are national, I have not looked into the specifics to why they are having hurdles to renew their license, whether they are inactive or they are active. But above all, this has implications for the oil sector in the country. They understand that the body regulating that is trying to push for a waiver or a certain period of elongation, so that they are going to meet up with the timeline. However, like I said, these are far-reaching implications on Nigerians if this happened. I've seen another part of the story that there was some sort of restriction on oil blocks, certain oil blocks in the country, and that restriction is about to be lifted. Or that restriction is about to expire. That is the second side of the story, that restriction is about to expire. So if that restriction expires too, these companies that were restricted earlier will come into work again. So they are also going to increase the workforce. They are also going to increase production. They are also going to increase supply. So it's like the same way what happens to this side, if they lose their license, it will be the same if the suspension has been lifted on this oil block. So we look forward to see how it's going to look like in the coming days, whether they are going to meet up or not, or whatsoever that is going to happen. So our eyes will be on the screen all the time to see how it's going to be. And for us in Nigeria, anything that affects oil affects the general life cycle of the masses, because almost all the production chain, supply chain, everything around Nigeria is oil. Sometimes I say oil is next to oxygen. So that is why you see anything that affects the oil sector, Nigerians are always like hyper conscious to see what is going to be the next step. How is this going to affect us? Would it affect the cost of fuel prices in the market? Would it affect the cost of diesel? Would it affect the cost of gas and what have you? So this is the question that the common man consistently asks if he hears anything around the oil sector. So we see how these events unfold as the time progresses.
Now, I wanted to balance this story with what is also on Nigerian Tribune.
Yes.
We have a story on Nigerian Tribune, page 7, and it says U.S. hails Dangote refineries as Nigeria's petroleum exports surged 7 times. Linking it up with the discussion, how is it to our growth or our development? Just like you said, anything that affects the fuel affects virtually everyone, because we are connected in one way or another to it. So US now hailing Dangote, speak to what is happening there.
To me, Dangote's case is like they say, a prophet has no honor in his hometown. That is what is happening to Nigerians with Dangote. Dangote refinery has that single capacity to supply refined oil to Nigeria to the best that we could have. But unfortunately, the interest line there had made it very difficult for Nigerians to benefit the full potential of this, refinery. However, Dangote is part of those refineries in the world that are exporting oil. For a very long time, Nigeria had not exported to refined oil. They only import them. But Dangote is doing that. I think about 2 or 3 months ago, I saw on the news that Dangote refineries supply is pushing or is killing businesses in Europe because of the way they know the number and the quality of oil he's exporting. Remember, it's not only within the African countries that Dangote refinery is exporting, even up to Europe. And don't forget that US is a major partner to Dangote refinery. How? Because Dangote imports crude oil for refining from the United States when they could not have an agreement with Nigeria. You know, when NNPC failed to supply the required number of crude oil needed, Dangote went to have a deal with the United States, and Dangote at the moment is getting crude oil, part of the crude oil they are refining from the United States.
So I think we should start honoring.
Yes, so it's great. Yes, it's great that today someone from the show is saying something is happening from Nigeria.
Positive.
And what is the lesson here? If Dangote as an entity could go as far as setting this refinery, providing supply within the country, providing supply to Europe, Europe that has for years, it has been like top down. Now it's like from down to up. And if they can recognize this type of strength, then what is our government doing? That they cannot set up our own refineries so that our own refineries too can work. NNPC too can start exporting. By the time that these both are doing, our income will also increase. And even the suffering we are having around here may reduce to a very large extent.
That's right.
So Dangote, I'm proud of what Dangote is doing. For the global community to recognize this effort is very well. And I do hope that our elite class will see the potential. Yes, will see the potential inherent in what they have and find a better way around Dangote federal government agreement. So that we at the bottom line will not be having this high impact. Yes.
All right, let's speak to this as we wrap up the review section. Now, let's go to the Guardian paper. The Guardian is leading with something. And comrade, I would like you to come in. I'd like you to come in. The leading paper on the leading story here on page 6 says federal government hasting police reforms to those self-help plots in communities, and this is connected to what has been happening. We have few reactions. They're saying Tinubu orders intensified efforts to rescue Niger mosque adoptees. VDM alleges security agencies know kidnappers whereabouts. Activists call for easier access to firearms for citizens. Then OAU don't join committee as NHRC boss converses urgent state police. Then let me just go through this before you come, comrade. Nigeria worsening security challenges are putting fresh pressure on the country's policing system. This came as the federal government yesterday announced the appointment of Professor Emmanuel Olokemi Rotimi of Obafemi Oluwo University. That's to the Policing Advisory Committee of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill. The policing bill has been up, and now we are having this energy, this force coming in. What do you think will happen to Nigerians if this comes to reality? Come on, are you with me, please? Come on, Leonard, can you hear me? All right. Come on, Leonard, can you hear me? Okay, before you join us, Mr. Thomas, just speak to what is happening here before we get to know his own input on this.
Yeah, you know, the reason for the whole issue around state policing is to help curb this type of security challenges we're having. We felt that the national police, they are not adequate. So if state police, which will be like community policing, will be in place, they can assist in tackling this. The reason is because they will be licensed to hold firearms. You know, unlike the citizens that cannot hold firearms. These state police will have firearms and they are within communities. They are not going outside. You don't need to deploy them from anywhere. They work to safeguard their own community. So it's going to push. It's very unfortunate. Like we have been saying here, that this security is beginning to worsen. Imagine over 500 people were adopted in a single attack. This is not a good development for Nigerian security architecture. You know, other activist voices are saying that the security operative knows where these kidnappers are. Well, they are not far from the reality, because once these people are kidnapped, this security network have a way of getting to them to negotiate and secure freedom of the people that are kidnapped. So how do we say this? And you know, there is no road in Nigeria that had no checkpoint. How is these people moving? How do, you know, before you move from Jalingo to Okari, how many checkpoints do you encounter? Stop and search, stop and search. So how do they move these arms? How do they do their transaction? These are the questions that we have been asking over the years, that no answer has been provided. How do they access medical care? Nigerian government under Muhammadu Buhari, they said you must link your SIM card with your NIN. How is this terrorist coming to have access to register their SIM, have access to have their NIN, and even linking them to, what do you call it, to their SIM card, having access to smartphones, and having access to the internet, live streaming their activities, showing their proceeds. So this thing calls for a lot of questions around the common man. How are they getting access to this? Okay, now 500 people have been whisked. Which road did they follow? You know, you kidnap someone in the town and you are taking this person outside. How? Which
not
road?
One, not two,
not one.
Three.
500 persons.
In
fact, it's a community, entire community. So which road do you follow? What is the means of transportation? How did you get there? How are you living? And what happened to the route? Do they used to disappear? So what exactly is the problem? So these are questions that, look, let's not even be pushing this thing to, let's wait for state police. The police, the security network we have on ground, how proactive are they in terms of responding to distress calls like this? You understand? So what are they really doing? Like I said, moving 500 people, even if you are matching them on foot, it's a lot of effort.
Does it mean that there's no security?
Good. And from that point to where they are going,
that will take 100 days.
Sometimes these victims tell stories of how many days it took them to march to where they were kept. Sometimes 3, 4, 1 week, 2 weeks before they get to where they are finally camped on their feet. Sometimes they are even they use vehicles to convey them. The logistics in that place that they are going to keep them to feed 500 people, where are they getting this food to? Who is supplying
money to them? There are a lot of questions that answers cannot even balance at the moment.
Coming to, in fact, even before you reach to the point of abducting 500 people, there should be some sort of, you know,
let it come back. Like,
you just come and break into a whole area, kill 30, then weeks the remaining one, like as if you are gathering chicken. No, it's not adding up. It's not adding up. So look, while we had consistently commend the effort of our security operative personnel for doing their job, they had, in fact, most of them put their self and their life on the line to save us. That we cannot deny. You remember the encounter they had in Sokoto 2 weeks ago, that certain personnel were killed. This is supreme sacrifice. But we are saying that no one is safe.
But
no one is safe.
Like there's a level of intervention from a particular set of people that hinder them from doing their work timely.
Good. Exactly.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
I don't get it that a good number of people will be taken out of the community, and there will be nothing like, there will be no good story to talk about.
Exactly how they came in, how they left, which route they took. Now let me give to this point you raise is very important. You remember when that Niger school abduction happened. I think it's Niger State, when about 300 kids.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Niger.
I think it's in Niger State. That school, they say they had security personnel safeguarding the area. Then, according to I think either the governor or someone in that state said that before that incident happened, there was a call that was said to have been directing the security personnel within the area to move away. Till date, we had not heard
Any clarity
on who made the call. Even the security personnel that were there, who asked them to leave? There is no punishment for them for leaving their duty post temporarily for this to come and happen. So if government in question begin to show cold shoulder to certain instances like this, even if they are not complicit to this accusation that they are pointing fingers, like what Very Dark Man is saying, even if they are not directly involved, but the action, the body language now describe exactly the suspicions of what people are saying. You know, it falls flat into the people's conversation. Like we are saying, how can you move into a community in any state and carry 500 people?
500 people
in peace, and you walk away with them? And later on, there had to be a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth before their freedom will be secured.
Whether ransom are paid or not paid. But so our concern now is the state policing with what is happening. We don't know how this will come to.
It's balance. Not easy if they are still going to maintain the same
channel of communication, channel of directive. At the end of the day, you will not know who to accuse.
And trust Nigeria. They will get to a point where state police will say, hey, it was not our responsibility, it was the federal police. Federal police will say, no, it was the state. They will begin to tread word and leave the issue on the table.
But the truth remains that we have gone far, and Nigeria as a country, one of the giants of Africa, we've gone far to be analyzing and speaking about insecurity every day. I think previously it was more of applause to our security personnel and the federal government for actions that were positive towards insecurity. But for this to be coming up again, adopting a good number of people, mass adoption, it should not be a place for us to be.
And before we move, sir, we had said something here. Our religious leaders should redirect their energy
towards insecurity.
Instead of politics. That man that was preaching Muslim ticket.
Can you say something now?
His brothers are now the victim. What I have not heard him speak. This is not good one. I am not happy that this is happening to Nigerians. And I'm not happy that it happens to Muslims. Churches have been attacked. Remember what happened in Ibadan?
Yes.
During one evening service, they came live.
And it was recorded.
Yes, and no, the church was live streaming their service. That was what happened. The church was live streaming their service when these kidnappers broke in, killed some people, and took the rest away. So no religion is safe. No group is safe. No high ranking. We have seen generals killed, generals kidnapped. So who is safe? So the conversation is about the sanctity of our lives, the security of our lives. It's not about which religion is the majority, or which religion should occupy Aso Rock, or which religion should consistently decide what and where.
I have one person that will always tell me that when you go to the war front, once it's time, you don't look whether this one religion.
Bullet does not also respect religion.
Doesn't respect religion.
So it is unfortunate, it's very unfortunate, and my heart goes to the victims of this recent kidnapping in Niger State. And I also sympathize with the families of these people. They are going through a very tough moment right now, not knowing where your relations are. Some that have been killed, may their soul rest in peace. And other victims that are still under captivity. You know, in Borno State, that school's children, they have not released them till date. It's more than 2 months now since in June that happened. So
there are stories that when you start looking at, you don't understand how our democracy.
I do hope that someday
help us.
This is going to be only in history books.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it will go. But importantly, all those that are in authority, religious leaders, traditional leaders, please push your attention towards security. Keep politics aside. Politics is there, but we want you to now start speaking to the minds of people. The need for us to live in peace, because it cannot just be changed. And that reminds us, before we take a wrap from here, we have a trending video of a community leader threatening and saying a lot of things about politics. And when you look at it, you see people are educated, people are knowledgeable, but sometimes what they play out there is actually funny, and you don't balance it. Our producer will just play that video for us. Just in a second, just play the video for us before we come back to speak few words. Then
I said in my area council, it's either you're doing APC or leave the area council. I'm not fighting with confidence. I'm saying it. You know why? I cannot have minister and president doing for us what they are doing. Then on the day of election, you now come and say you want to match me. I will not.
No one should leave any area because of anybody. Politics is a matter of choice, decision, interest. So I don't see this. If our system is actually serious, especially peace accord, the signing of peace accord, if we are taking proactive measures on those decisions that have been made at peace accord, people like this man should be answering questions under a very serious condition, because we should not be supporting issues like this. Things like this should be handled with care. When you go out there, speak about your candidate. Tell people about your candidate. Nobody should be under threat of do or die. It is not. So we should not bring this. This has been trending on social media, and I feel so bad about it. Mr. Thomas, few words to this.
Quickly, I am surprised that he's still breathing in his house. I expect the DSS now to have invited him already. Yes.
You remember what happened in our show?
Yes.
When the senator said,
they should shoot Akot.
They should shoot at. Is it kill Akot?
No, they should kill them or something. They should kill Akot. Then he later said that they should kill them with vote. Maybe let's see. Maybe this one he said they should live with vote. Look, on a serious note, these are not people that are supposed to occupy public office. The constitution is clear about freedom of association, liberty, of human dignity. I am not forced to belong to a particular association that I don't willingly want to. And that is why you see there is provision for campaign. The campaign is persuasion, like selling product. You have to convince me to buy your product, and there are different products available. So if I decide not to buy your own product, it's my choice. I have not committed any crime under the constitution. You understand? So for you to now insist that I must use spaghetti when I want to eat macaroni, no, you are infringing on my right. So, and this person had just been elected into that Kuje area council. I was even thinking he will gather these people to tell them the effort he has made.
That's
within the period, the challenges they have. How can they surmount it?
And how subsequently
development good. How can they surmount the challenges they are facing? What are their demands, so that he can table it to the FCT minister and the president he claimed that is giving them all the glories they need. The best thing now he's telling is giving threat to people. I am sincerely calling on the DSS to, in fact, as a matter of urgency,
look into this matter.
Look into this matter and invite him to answer questions.
Let him not come and say that he wants.
Because we don't want to see people dying on the day of election.
Yes, they should not.
He has no right whatsoever to chase people out of their own community. That community, that area council he is presiding over, is not his father's personal property. So he has no right whatsoever.
Before he came, that place was already
existing. And he will die and leave that place with people there. And no one has ever that right to say. In fact, even in authoritarian system, it's not everybody that has the In fact, it's not everybody that succumb to the will of that authoritarian leader. Talk more of democracies like Nigeria. So this man should serve as one particular example to many others. You remember last week we say we are coming to a period where such kind of statement will be known. If you are candidate, in fact, you are leading now. APC is not in government.
So what
do you need to threaten me again to vote APC? Just tell me what you have done now. Tell me what you have done, what you are planning to do, and what you will do better. That's all. But if you are not threatening me, that shows how bad your leadership is.
And I have this to say, and to whoever that will be hearing me now, if you have any leader that you want to please, you want to show how loyal you are to that particular person, I think the best way to go about it is to bring up development, bring up creative ideas that will balance with what you have in your heart. Just like I said yesterday, 2027 will not be about slogans. It will not be about long speeches. It will not be about how well you speak grammar.
It's about
a lot of questions will be coming out. When you look at the INEC portal, what INEC portal is reading now, and the kind of agitations and questions that are coming from young people, you agree with me that it is not the politics that we've been doing recently that will be played out 2027. A lot of reforms will be made. A lot of changes will be made. But we're not projecting anybody to be the winner or anything. But what I'm saying in essence is that if you're loyal to any politician, go to your local government,
sell him fairly.
Go there and arrange boreholes. Yes. Then if the school facilities are not in order, arrange it. You can. How much will it cost to buy a bucket of paint and maybe assign one artist to arrange the school? How much will it cost you to buy a bench for children in that school? Go to the community, sit with the community members, assist them in one thing or the other. You can just bring something. You can just do something. I saw Honorable Nu essay to the governor on videography. He went to his hometown, he dug a borehole, commissioned it. If he goes to that area and he's talking about Dr. Bukefas, I think people in that area will listen to him.
Yes.
You don't need to go there and be telling them that if
you must vote for Kefas, you will leave.
No. Please, let's play wise politics. Intelligent people should act that way. They should not act otherwise.
But in the meantime, sir, our voices is that this man should be invited for questioning.
DSS should do that.
And it should not just stop at questioning.
Actions should take on it. So that others will learn.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we have for you as far as review is concerned. We'll be going a quick break. MC Last B is very close to me and a lot of package for you according to our entertainment news. Stay with us.
This is Kwararafa Television.
and welcome to the Entertainment Gist. I am MC Lasby, and here are the latest stories making waves in the Nigerian entertainment industry. When celebrities talk, Nigerians don't scroll, they talk. And guess what? I have a lot of stories today for you people. Just stay with us and enjoy the story, but make sure that you don't miss the last story, because the last story is going to make your day. And first, our family, not in politics for money. We have generational wealth, says Governor Adeleke's son, Be Red. This is when he needs us most. Ramajago backs Pokoli. Starting with politics and entertainment, singer Be Red says his family is not involved in politics for financial gain, claiming they already have generational wealth. Speaking on the Echo podcast, he expressed confidence that Nigeria would improve significantly if his father, Governor Adeleke, eventually becomes president. That's one thing I love about Nigerians. He said, and I quote, "We don't need politics for money. We have been rich for a long time. My family is only in politics to help." So please kindly tell us at the comment section whether yes, his family is actually in there to help people. But at times they can help the people without even becoming the president, becoming the governor of their state. And public service should ideally be about helping people in personal achievement, not just because of what they want to put in their pocket, because I trust, yes, they are rich enough. Meanwhile, media personality Ramajago has shown support for dancer Pokoli following reports of his remand in a UK prison while awaiting trial. Jago described the situation as heartbreaking and urged people to avoid seeking attention from the controversy, saying Pokoli needs support during the difficult period. Jago said, and I quote, "This is not the time to chase cloud. This is when he needs us most." Ramajago is calling for compassion and support instead of speculation and social media drama. However, true friends stand by people during difficult moments rather than using their problems for attention. Now to the Big Brother Niger house, where week 5 has produced major twists with 14 housemates facing possible eviction. It has been a while that we touched down the Big Brother Niger house, and today I have a lot of gist for you people. Like Chinsom, Flora, Aiku, Sheba, and Abby are safe this week through different immunity advantages, while Yusuf, Tram, Nomi, Ricky, Sultex, Oyin, Teminkem, Kevo, Godessa, Bella, Gerard, Blutopia, Berry, and Araga are up for eviction. The season tagged Show Yourself premiered on July 26 with a grand prize of 160 million naira. Week 5 has intensified the competition, with many housemates now relying on viewers' votes to remain in the show. In the reality TV, one advantage can change everything. So strategy and consistency matter. So it is not left for you as the housemates in there to showcase your talent very well, so that people out there, the viewers out there, gonna vote for you. And there is one more from the Big Brother Niger. Chinsom Chinsom and Chuka has reclaimed the head of house position for the second time. Oh my God, congratulations. That's one of the things I like about consistency. His victory automatically secured his immunity from eviction. Yes, that's why his name is not mentioned among among the 14 people to be evicted this week. He later used his veto power to save Sheba from the 3 housemates nominated for possible eviction. Abby also gained immunity as week 4's most influential player, while Flora and Eku were protected as the season's gambits. Still in the Big Brother Niger house again, fans are buzzing over a viral moment involving Araga and Blutopia. The two housemates were sharing a close moment when Kevo suddenly appeared and interrupted them. While some viewers interrupted the scene as a possible, what do we call, as a possible romantic moment, others believe the clip is open to interpretation. But whereas one fan joked and said, Kevo deserves an award for perfect timing. He came out of nowhere and see what is expected to see. In the Big Brother Ninja house, even ordinary interactions can quickly become major talking points among viewers. So play your part, and the winner will get what he wants. And finally, history meets Nollywood as King Kosoko. The Battle for Lagos has premiered in Lagos. The historical epic premiered on August 23rd at IMAX Cinema Lekki, ahead of its nationwide cinema release on August 28th. The film tells the story of Oba Kosoko, exploring Lagos political struggles, trade, royal rivalry, external influence, and the fight to preserve Yoruba identity and Lagos sovereignty. The movie features stars including Femi Adebayo, Odunlade Adekola, Jide Kosoko, Tina Mba, Femi Branch, Yinka Quadri, and Gabriel Afolayan. Most importantly, the film uses entertainment to preserve and bring an important chapter of Lagos and Yoruba history to a modern audience. Lastly, film can be a powerful tool for preserving culture, history, and heritage for future generations. And that's a wrap of what I have for you people on the entertainment gist today. The entertainment world never runs out of stories. Once celebrities talk, we have a lot to say about them. So stay tuned for more updates. And remember, where there is entertainment, there's always a story. I am MC Lasby saying good morning, Desmond.
All right, thank you so much, MC Last V, for the entertainment gist. And trust me, morning breeze is ending, but your day is beginning. So make the best out of every moment that you'll be having there, and always be the reason for someone to smile out there. Thank you so much for choosing us to start your day. Same energy, same time tomorrow. We'll be coming back to give you just the best. For me, Desmond is my name, and I urge you to stay close to our social media handles to enjoy everything that Kwararafa Television will bring to you. Bye.